Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and what a win for Manchester City. They have gone ahead and won the game against Fulham. It ended up being quite a tough game. I expected a tough game. I said in my prediction that Fulham are gonna give them a tough time, and the game ended up being that. But Manchester United held their nerve and they won the game. They got the 3 important points, and it was important for them to get the 3 points. Because Liverpool had already won and Arsenal were winning at the same time, so they had to win that game to stay in close contact with both of their rivals. So let's go ahead and talk about the game. If you really look at the game, I think it was quite a tough game. I understand, but like the performance wise, I think Manchester City are sort of showing signs of not being 100%. If I'm being very honest with you, there are stages in the season every time. Even they are in last year there were stages in the season where Manchester City have sort of a dip in the form, in their form, and they kind of don't perform to the level that you expect from Manchester City. And I think with the two draws in the last couple of games, the pressure was there on them as well, that they need to somehow get the win. It was very important for them, and I think that played a part in there. Then of course they are missing an important play in Rodri as well. So I think all of that culminated in Manchester City playing. I in my opinion, I like the first 15, 20 to 20, like the first half hour of that game, like Manchester City were in a way really scared to play the way that they like to play, that like they usually play. I don't think much was created in that first half an hour by City. Barely like one or two chances were created, and I think Fulham, that gave Fulham really the confidence to go ahead and attack Manchester City even more than they would have done before coming to the before starting the game, before the strategy that they had prior to the game. I think seeing Manchester City in that state sort of gave a confidence to Fulham, and they went ahead and they took the lead. And I think that lead again, it in a way did not shock Manchester City. It just felt like they sort of were expecting to go behind or something like that. That half hour was quite weird in my opinion. If I'm being very honest, the way that City played, you usually don't see City play like that. But the thing is, with Manchester City, you really don't know which player is going to become a hero. Like before the game, if you would have said that Kovacic is going to be the guy who is going to score a brace, and that is going to bring Manchester City back into the game, I would have said it is a very rare. Like that's a big shot. That's not really going to happen. But as I said, it's Manchester City. You have all these amazing players. He is coming to the team in place of Rodri, and he goes and he scores two amazing goals. He scores the first one, and they level it up. They go into the half time. Even after they scoring at that goal, Manchester City, like they were not they were not really playing as like they are used to. But the second half comes on, and then you saw the Manchester City that you are accustomed to. Like then they started to perform, and the passing, the movement, the chances are created. Then Manchester City sort of came back in that game, and they clearly dominated that second half much more than they dominated the first half. They again Kovacic, he scores the second goal. But the thing is, I would go back to the first half. I think that Adama Traore a chance at a 1-0 where he skies the ball. I think that was a big miss for Fulham. They could have easily gone 2-0 up, but he misses that, and then Kovacic scores, and it becomes a 1-1. In the second half, again they are 2-1 up, and I think Fulham, even though Manchester City, I would say they dominated. They had majority of the possession in second half. They looked more in control as compared to the first half. Crystal Palace had a couple of good chances. As his chance was there, and Ketia missed one, and then again Adama Adama Traore again, like that was such an easy chance for him, and 1-on-1, and he goes away and he fluffs his chances. I think at that moment in time they were 2-1 down, and if he scores that goal, I think that would have put up City under more pressure. But I think Fulham are gonna really gonna rule themselves, missing those chances, because City were really they were there for the taking. They were playing under pressure. You don't really see a City play like that, but today they were feeling the heat, to be very honest with you. And Fulham, they really missed their chances. And then Doku, what a goal that is, what a talent this guy is, and what a goal that was. Even Guardiola's like, he was clapping, and he knew that what a special goal that was. It was an important goal as well, but it was a special goal as well. And he goes and he gets the goal, but the thing was, Fulham never really stopped, and that is why I'm saying those missed chances they would be really disappointed at that they were not able to convert those chances early on, because they scored late on in the 86th minute, and it became a 3-2, and there was still a game to be there was still time for them to go ahead and get a draw get something out of that game. And after the game, I would say that they are going to look back at those chances, and they are going to be really disappointed that they were not able to convert them. I said it was going to be a close game. I said it will be quite an entertaining game, and it ended up being an entertaining game, I would say. To be very honest, City were very lucky to get a win in this game. You never don't really say that when it comes to Manchester City, especially at the Etihad, but today they were all over the place. Like, I just don't know what it was. It just felt like they were scared. They were playing with some sort of fear at the back of their head. Something was wrong with the City team, and even you could see, you don't really see Guardiola that agitated the way that he was today. So they felt something was going on. They were feeling that because they had drawn the last two games, so they knew it was very crucial for them to get the win. And the way that they played, it showed as well again that the main player Erling Haaland was invisible. Like the players that you usually would say that that helps City get the win, that they are the stars, they were all very silent. The entire team, I would say, as I said, there was something wrong in City. But the thing is, that's why how you become champions. Even when you are not you're not playing good, it's not your day, you still go ahead and you get those 3 points, you get the win, and you make sure you stay close, either you stay on top or you stay close to the team who is on top. And that's what Manchester City have done. The second in the league, or level on points with Arsenal, a point behind Liverpool. So they go into the international break still a very close at the top. So it is going to be a very interesting when they come back, and we are going to see how they react when they come back, because today it was a very interesting to see how they played. Fulham, on the other hand, they came into this game with a 5-game unbeaten streak. They were looking really good, and even today their performances were really good, I would say. They lost on the opening day against Manchester United, and I say they really did not deserve to lose that game. And today they have lost again to Manchester City, and I would say the same thing. They did not deserve to lose that game. I think they did they did a lot as compared to other teams that they come and they play at the Etihad against Manchester City. I think their performance was really great, and I think they should be really happy with this with themselves. The players, the managers are they performed to the level that you would expect a Fulham team to. I think they were really good in that game. They created the chances, they scored good goals, they defended really well as well. Both of Kovacic's goals, from a long range, and Doku's goal was sensational. I don't think you can really blame the defense for 2 out of those 3 goals. I don't really think you can blame the defense because of how good those goals were. And the attack, that is the one problem thing that they would look back on, that if we would have converted those chances, we could have gotten something out of that game. And as I said before, I think City were there for the taking, but unfortunately Fulham missed the chance to get something out of it. But we'll see. Now they are going to go to the international break, and they're going to come back. We'll see how they come back from the international break. They would hope that the players that they are called up to the international teams, they don't come back from the injuries, because now Fulham have sort of got the momentum. They started slow, but the momentum is now with them. Even though they lost today, I don't think that they are really going to matter that much, because let's be very honest, everybody would have thought that Fulham are going to lose today. So I don't think they are really going to consider this defeat, and they're not going to let it affect them that much. That is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of today's game, what you thought about Manchester City's performance, and do you agree with me? Do you think that they were really not on their game? What about Fulham? They were really good. What do you think Fulham can do this season? I have said that they are going to be fighting for those top 10 positions. I think they could go ahead and enter the top 10 this season. I think they are gonna have a good season, and the way they are playing, I think they are gonna get into top 10 and make my prediction right. Let me know what you guys think about both of the teams in the comments below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers before the month of October ends, so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help us in achieving our target. Until next time, bye bye.